There are certain things that you should say in another language that could save your life.
Let's talk about that. A mythical morning.
I've been reading in the comments that many of you are all anxious about me knocking over my official Good Mythical Morning coffee mug. Ye of little faith.
That's why I moved mine right here, so I can't knock
I'm
it
not
over.
gonna knock this thing over. I have an innate sense
wow,
of
that was so close.
knowing where this thing is.
All right.
None of that's gonna happen.
Yeah, so-
Okay, I'll move it here for today.
The weather's changing, it's getting warmer. Maybe your eye's on the horizon and you're thinking, where should I go with my free time?
My eye is on the sparrow.
And you want to do some traveling and you need some advice. And you asked us, like, we ever go anywhere? But I'll tell you, we might have some advice, so ask away. Mary Carmen Paralagos. Wow, that is a good name. I probably mispronounced it. Asks, which are the top 3 phrases I must learn in the native language of wherever I decide to visit in order to not die? Emphasis on not dying.
This is a great question, Mira Carmen. Because preparation is key. And if you can't learn a whole language, you got to prioritize the things that you do learn.
True.
And if you want to learn things that are going to keep you from dying when in another land, because as we all know, that happens, then you got to know which ones to know.
And when you die in
to
another
learn.
country, it's very confusing to get the remains back.
Oh, gosh,
I read a whole
it's a
article about
nightmare.
that. What do you do? Call the State
It's a
Department.
nightmare.
Should I ship them? Should I put them on a jet ski?
To throw them real hard.
Yeah.
Depending on how far away it is, you could do that. I think I have 3 phrases.
I've got 3 too.
You have 3 phrases.
Yeah, so you can choose from among the 6.
My 3 phrases are: 1, please don't shoot me.
Useful.
Number 2, please don't stab me.
Equally useful.
And 3, I'm allergic to peanuts and bee stings. That's 3.
You're not allergic to either of those, as far as I know.
I am not, but if you are allergic to something, you should be able to tell people that before you partake in eating whatever it is that you can't understand is on your plate. But because I'm not allergic to anything, then my third one is, please don't punch me in the face. May not kill me, but I'd rather not be punched in the face by someone in a foreign land.
You went directly with the whole not dying thing, like a totally head on.
That's what she asked.
Don't shoot me. Well, I went kind of indirectly.
Okay.
A is where's the bathroom? Because holding it in for an extensive period of time can kill you. That's been proven scientifically.
It has been proven. I've proved it.
And in some countries, if you poop or pee outdoors, you will be executed.
Well, I need a list of those countries because anything could happen, and I don't want to be in those countries.
B is, where's the McDonald's? Now, you may think I'm crazy, but when you're traveling overseas, A, there is a McDonald's in your country. That just is part of the deal. They're
Rest
everywhere. And the Big Mac always tastes exactly the same. The Coke always tastes exactly the same. And sometimes you may not be very happy with the local options, and you may think this is just not taking advantage of the culture, but McDonald's could save your life while on a foreign trip. Thirdly, I'm just listening to the voices in my head. Okay, you follow me here. There are many situations that you can walk into when you're in a foreign land, where you might walk up on a drug deal, you might walk up on
a murder
of some kind, and they think you might be a witness. And if you just say, I'm just listening to the voices in my head, they'll be like, all right, he's cool. Don't worry, he's crazy.
He's cool and crazy?
Let him go. Let him off the hook. Any other questions?
I don't think you mean. Yeah, we have another question. Jordan Pearson asks, what's the best way to sleep on an airplane? Head on the food tray? Question mark. Okay, first of all, I'll address the head on the food tray before we get into the correct answer, because that's not it. I've tried the head on the food tray, and something about the posture that it renders my body into this sort of a U thing. It opens up my airways such that if I do doze off, whenever I wake up, my stomach is like filled with air. Has this happened to anybody before? And then I let out this stomach-sized burp.
That's not where your airway goes. Your airway goes to your lungs. You're talking about the airway to your stomach? That's called your esophagus.
Exactly.
It's not really an airway.
Well, my food way opens up and air goes down it. And then, I mean,
That is a problem.
I
was not aware of this.
I have had burps that have just like rumbled on for like minutes.
Well, if you're ever going to be
It's like that earthquake that I felt, you know? You felt it too.
If you're ever
It's like,
gonna be
this
in
is an earthquake. It's still happening. It's still happening.
a burping contest and you just take a long flight. And I can't do the tray thing because my head will not get to it without hitting the seat in front of it. I don't really have a whole lot here because I never sleep on an airplane. The closest that I can get is a very deep relaxation. I can't lean back
Relaxation.
because I go over the headrest. And what I found is that the only time I can get really relaxed and almost sleep is when I'm in a window seat and I'm leaning up against the edge of the plane. The problem is, again, with my height, is that the curvature of the plane starts in the head region. So I lean over it, but then the plane starts curving back. That's how big I am. And so it's like I end up, I don't know what's happening with my airway at that moment, but it might be filling, my esophagus might be filling up with air. All I know is I'm never sleeping, but I look over at you and you just, it doesn't matter. You just go.
Yeah, we've established before that I just my mouth is open when I go to sleep. But so I'll turn that into advice. Just open your mouth and you'll fall asleep. That is my technique. And maybe that is insight into why I have such big burps, because my mouth is open. Air just crawls down in
a cart before the horse. I think you sleep and then you open your mouth. But whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy, whatever gets you to sleep. You know what day it is. It's Thursday. And Thursday means mail.
Okay, we have a mythical mail boulder that when you send us something, we add it to it. And if we recognize it on the show, we're going to mail you one of these for
Look at
free.
that. I'm hidden now.
Official Rhett and Link office poster, also available for purchase. RhettandLink.com/store.
I'm a pinata playing the guitar. Somehow I got glued to this boulder full of stuff.
Oh, I'm just kidding. It's just me.
I've got a letter. You want me to read it?
Please.
Dear Rhett and Link, my name is Hannah and I'm 13 and I am from Georgia. I made you a bacon bot for your mythical mail boulder. Rhett, hold this up.
Oh, I like. Hand it to the pinata.
We're not putting this on the mythical mail boulder. It's too amazing. I hand sculpted and painted it to look just like the one from your video, wrote some bacon on it, and would like to make a shout out to my friends. Rhett, give a musical shout out to Hannah's friends, Grayson the Badger,
Grayson the Badger.
Jake from State
I
Farm.
wish that you were here. Oh, and who from what?
Jake from State Farm. It's
Like
like,
is this a commercial for
her-
State Farm? Well, come on now.
it's like our insurance agent.
Oh, give me a break.
Jake from State Farm.
And Jake from State Farm. I wish you were here and you could pour some water in this cup next to my head.
Maddie, the one we call Mildred.
Maddie, the one.
I'm just going to stay on a C, by the way.
Maddie, the one we call Mildred.
And to my brother Dominic and sister Aubrey. I love you, peoples.
And my brother and sister Dominic and Aubrey.
Could you pour a little bit of water in my cup here?
Oh gosh, bacon cotton candy. Dear Rhett and Link, recently I was idly browsing YouTube when I came across one of your Good Mythical Morning shows. It was so funny, I immediately clicked a view, another, and then another, and another, and before long I was hooked.
That's the idea.
This is Deborah L. Carr, Albuquerque,
is
New
this?
Mexico. Found some unusual bacon-flavored candy for you two to try.
Oh, look at this, Link.
Sizzling bacon candy as well.
Look at how it's sort of formed.
Wow.
Here, take some. Take some. Take some of the bread.
Ah, yes.
It's cotton candy, actually. Wow, it smells bad.
Ugh.
I'm going to put the rest of that up here with the pinata
Oh gosh.
and the cup.
I don't like cotton candy, and the fact that it's bacon flavored just doesn't. It doesn't.
Thanks
It
for
doesn't
sending us.
overcome that for me.
Thanks for sending us this bacon candy. We're
Oh.
going to keep eating it later.
Thanks for liking and commenting on this video. Support the show and get a free trial of Netflix. Netflix.com/Rhett and Link.
You know what time it is.
I am Alex, and this is Ozzy. We are from Boise, Idaho. And it's time to spin the wheel of Mythicality.
Head on over to the Red Link.
.com/store where you can get this poster and shoes and shirts and mugs and all kinds of good stuff.
And click through to Good Mythical More, where we will discuss one more interesting piece of advice while sizzling some bacon candy on our mouths.
So, tell the audience a bedtime story.
Okay, Mythical Beast. pull the covers up right under your chin.
This one's about Tommy. And Tommy had been a very bad boy, just like you were today.
That's right, because he stole something.
And you know what happens when you do that kind of thing, you and Tommy? You know what happens when you steal something like you did today?
Go to prison.
Yeah.
And that's where Tommy was.
Yeah.
In prison.
And it was in Texas, so he got executed.
And you know what?
That's what's gonna happen to you.
You need to return it
Sleep tight.
right now.
I've learned something very specific eating all this stuff that's got bacon flavor on it. Bacon is good.
Bacon flavor stuff, not
Bacon flavor. Not once has it been good.